Hi everyone, I'm Lori and welcome back to Happy with Enough. Today I am going to be sharing with you how I started my money management journey. I'm going to share with you a story on how it all started for me. I was dating my husband and we got engaged one day. And on that same day, when we discussed getting married, we discussed who was going to have what responsibility, and if we were going to put our money together or keep it separate, how we wanted to live and how we wanted to manage our monies, so our family money. So we decided that we would put our money together. That's how we live. And so after we decided that, my husband asked me at the time, my fiance, he says, Lori, I need you to bring all of your accounts. I need all of your financial business. I need to know, I need pay stubs. I need credit card statements. I need any loans you have. Or do you have student loans? I need your spending. So he said, I want you to tell me every single thing you spend money on every month. I know that you have monthly maintenance. I want to know. So if, do you get a massage? Do you have a gym membership? How much is your hair? How much is your nail? So I had to give him absolutely everything. So I was about 33 at the time, and it's funny because you kind of think you have your things together, but anyway. So when I was 28, before I met my husband, I remember I stopped utilizing credit cards. I paid off all of my balances, and I had one credit card that I used, and I had a small business on the side, and I had a line of credit for that business. So I brought in the business stuff too. He asked me for all of my business debt, any mortgages, all my mortgages. I brought everything to him. So I figured, I'm going to just spend what I make, and I'm going to use my line of credit for my business as I needed, and file my taxes and get my losses and things like that. So I thought I kind of had it together, right? So I was like, absolutely. Well, I gathered everything, I gave it to him, and about a week later, he came back and sat me down, and he had made a spreadsheet, and he said, if you keep living the way you live, according to everything you have brought me, he says, if you keep living the way you live, with the interest you're paying, the money you make, and what you are spending, he said, in about 5 to 10 months, you will be broke. And I was like, huh? So anyway, he showed me the spreadsheet, and it was just riddled with red, right? And so if you are a business person, or even if you're not, if you know about a budget, when you're in the black, you're good. And if something is red, that means you are overspent, you have you're overdraft, you are O instead of, you are not even, right? You are not balanced. So he had that extensively had gone into my finances, and he said, now I don't want you to live a lower lifestyle than you did when, after we get married. He says, but you're going to have to make some concessions. You have to understand that in order to keep this up, if you keep this up, that you'll be broke, and it will hurt the family. So I had to make some choices. So it's funny because I had gone to get my nails done after I got this spreadsheet, and after my husband told me that I was doing such a poor job. And he was telling me that, okay, instead of doing this every month, you may want to consider doing it every 3 months. Not really consider it. In order for our family to work and to run properly, you're going to have to do this every 3 months. Instead of you paying for this, we're going to have to see a way that he went through my business. He talked to my business associates He got prices down. I mean, he really went through my finances big time, and he really helped me out. But what a blow that was to someone who thought they had things together. I was single. I had a nice job at the time. I had no children, so I spent a lot. The things I wanted, I bought. And I have shared in the past that I was not always conscious of what I paid for things. So there were certain things that I liked that I just spent the money on because I had the money and I had very little responsibility. So I was in the nail salon, and I was telling my nail tech, who is one of my best friends today. And so she must have been in her late 30s. Yeah, she was in her late 30s at the time. And oh no, she may have been in her early 40s at the time. But she had a partner who was her best friend. And I was telling them about this. I says, oh my goodness. I go, Tony asked for all of my information. And I said, and I wish you could have seen, the shape that I'm in. I thought that I was this and I thought that I was that. But in fact, I was really hurting myself. So I remember my nail tech's friend saying, you'll have to what? And I go, well, I'm going to have to cut back on this, or I won't be able to do this. And then she was just like, oh, he told you that you wouldn't be able to do this, some things that you like. And I was like, well, yeah, not all the time. She was like, I guess marriage isn't for me. And, when she said that, I said, well, maybe you're right. Because, it's not for everybody, and discipline is not easy for everyone. And that's kind of what it boils down to. So I started this money management journey because my husband, brought me into the light. And I'm very thankful for him because he is a serious numbers man. I'm very grateful for that. But it was sometimes, even when we think we are disciplined, we're not really. And so we can be much further ahead with discipline. And so that is what, that was the beginning of what taught me discipline with my money. Because my husband was this type of manager of money, he governed finances strictly like a business. I learned to pay attention to what things are worth. I put a definition on value, the actual value of things, along with my value of it. I had to relearn what things were really worth, and if it was worth it to get it. I had to talk to myself and come up with why I wanted to spend the way I was spending. Was it for me? Was it for show? How I came up with the value of certain things. So all that is learning discipline. And so I'm very thankful for that discipline because now it's not as difficult. I'm a lot more patient. And what I've learned from that discipline is you can, if you work hard, if you make a living, and especially if you are a 2-income family, because at the time I am now a stay-home, and I have been for some time, but you can have what you want. But with discipline, you just can't always have it all at once. So you can have the things you want, but not always all at once. And which brings me to happy with enough. People say, oh, what does that really mean? It doesn't mean that you should just be okay with what you have. It just means if you have enough, then you can be patient and wait on more. And so that's my story. My husband knocked me upside my head, really. Like, I was devastated when I saw that reality, because those numbers do not lie. But I was thankful then, and even more thankful now for that lesson. So I think that I told myself, if I can stay disciplined, then I can get further ahead in life. So that's my story. That's how I began thinking about money management and planning and budgeting. And it's been about 18 years, and I have learned to be happy with enough, because enough is enough. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my story. I hope that my sharing this might help someone. And if it does, join me again as I continue sharing my journey with money management. Okay, till next time.